And she's not alone. She has 3 young cubs with her.
Olga's a really important animal in our study. She's been radio collared for 11 years. We captured her when she was 1 year old, so we know exactly her age. We know that she's 12 years old. We've monitored her through 6 litters. She'll give us wonderful information on the reproductive lifespan and the overall lifespan of a tiger.
Because they're so difficult to study, there are many unanswered questions about tigers. How long, for instance, does a wild Siberian tiger live? And how many cubs will a female produce in her lifetime? These are basic questions, but John and his Wildlife Conservation Society colleagues across Asia are only just beginning to answer them. They have to be detectives, gathering clues to piece together a picture of how tigers live and what they need to survive. Because they work in such different countries, each biologist collects his information in quite different ways. Today, John is out to investigate a possible tiger kill. But first, he has to make sure he's not in any danger himself.
So caller reported seeing some crows over here, which means we might have a kill. I just want to check and make sure we don't have any radio-collared tigers in the area.
However slim, there's also a chance that John could still be surprised by an uncollared animal.
Nope, no signals. You very rarely see tigers, and part of the point of using radio telemetry is so that you can monitor tigers from a distance and you don't have to disturb them. So when I'm working in the field all the time, I see a tiger maybe once a month. And every time it's such a thrill.
What's the deal?
When I'm following tiger tracks, and that's one of my favorite things to do, is to track a tiger in the snow. I do always have that expectation and hope and anticipation that maybe suddenly there he will be.
Like crime scene investigators, John and Kola assemble the evidence. It points to a tiger called Volodya, father of the young Vaisya.
11.3 centimeter pad width. Got a fairly fresh tiger track. You can tell that it's been since the last snow. It's an adult male sized. Volodya left an area to the north 2 days ago and then disappeared. We're not sure where he is now. We haven't heard his signal. Пойдем дальше.
Volodya is the dominant male in this area, which is why the newly independent Vaisya has left, to try and find a territory of his own.
The tracks here have gotten drifted in with snow, and we've lost him, but we'll just go into the woods and look around, see if we can find him there.
John and Kola hope the trail isn't about to go cold. Every tiger print tells a story.
Really beautiful tracks. You can see how he chooses where the snow is hard so he can walk on top of it, doesn't break through.
John Goodrich and Kola Reben have become experts at tracking Siberian tigers in the winter snow.
Interesting, смотри такой. Вверх идет. So these tracks are coming up, and that's because when the tiger walked through here, they packed the snow down, and then when the wind blew the snow away, it didn't blow the packed down snow where the tiger walked. So that means that the tiger walked here in the fresh snow before the wind started blowing and blew the snow away.
The pieces of the puzzle are falling in place. They know which tiger made the tracks and when it was here. Then they begin finding clues that suggest what it killed.
So we've got some blood here and stomach contents, and some hair that's either elk or sika deer. It's fairly light color, it's probably elk.
The signs of life and death are clearly marked in the snow. Here the tiger dragged the elk, or red deer, for a few hundred meters. With every kill they track, John and Kola learn more about the habits of their tigers. They know, for instance, that red deer are a favorite prey item, and that wild boar come a close second. A pile of hair and a few bones confirm their suspicions.
Part of the pectoral girdle. Can tell by the bone that it's a real young animal. So it'd be less than a 1-year-old elk. So it looks like you killed it right out in the open there, dragged it in here, ate a little bit, and then drug it further. Probably drug it further because they don't like to be next to real open areas.
Finally, they find the frozen remains. Less than 10% of a tiger's hunts are successful. This was a well-earned meal.
Все полностью. Got a elk calf. See tooth marks right here in his throat. Pretty much everything here is eaten. Just got a pile of hide. A little bit of meat left on his neck that the tiger didn't eat.
After a big meal like this, the tiger velodia won't need to eat again for a few days. It's just as well. A snowstorm is blowing in from the Sea of Japan. There'll be no more tracking for the next few days. For a few months each winter, John has a unique opportunity to get to know individual tigers' daily habits from tracks they leave in the snow. Ulas Karanth can't do this in India's forests. Because they work in such different countries, John and Ulas tailor their research to suit local conditions. In recent years, Ulas has concentrated on the bigger picture, comparing different tiger populations across India. Luckily, tigers have some habits that help. They enjoy the easy travel that roads offer, and they mark their territories with droppings. In the process, they leave behind clues. Ulas and his team are always looking for insights into their secretive study animal.
There are a variety of techniques that scientists use to pierce this veil of secrecy and learn about the tigers. The most basic ones were like picking up their scats, droppings, searching the forest, looking for their kills, and you're really like a Sherlock Holmes there. You're looking at all the evidence, digging through the muck, you get a few pieces of the puzzle in place. Looks like a tiger scat. The quantity shows that it's a tiger scat. Oh, there's a name.
Looks like a bear.
Yeah, that's right. The tiger has probably killed a bear and eaten it. I had to collect 1,500 of these cats, and it was a terrible job cleaning it all up, but in the end it was very useful.
It may not be glamorous, but it's one way for Ulas to get a close-up look at the tiger's dietary habits. Even more of a challenge has been finding ways to count them. I got interested in the idea of monitoring populations of tigers, and this has been a very difficult challenge. Really, counting tigers, is more difficult than looking for needles in a haystack, because they're so scarce, they're so secretive, and in a vast country like India, even in a single reserve, it's very difficult to count tigers. To maximize his chances, Ulas carefully chooses a track which is likely to be a favored tiger route.
No, you need to wrap it.
This is a camera trap. 2 small cameras and an infrared beam. A passing tiger triggers it to take a self-portrait, one of each side of its body.
Okay. Tigers are uniquely marked. I didn't have to go and paint my tigers. They had these body stripes or barcodes or whatever you call written on them. It's basically 2 or 3 things you look for: position of the stripe on the tiger's body, its shape, and its size. And once you get that, it's like barcoding you find on a library book. Tigers are like big barcoded library books walking around. You know, people think camera trapping is some high-tech method, and to identify tigers you have to be an expert, some kind of an Einstein. No, it's very simple. My daughter could ID them when she was 12 years old.
So far, Ulas has photos of 7 individual tigers from Badra. From that, he estimates the park is home to fewer than 20. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a number he expects will soon increase. But tigers aren't the only thing caught on camera. Camera trap photos also provide chilling glimpses of armed poachers. Right across Asia, war has been declared on poaching. In Thailand, Tony Lynham has teamed up with the Border Patrol Police. Pitak and Tony are heading to a conservation boot camp, where Balahala's Border Police and forest rangers are training for the offensive.
This is one of the few forests in Thailand that has complete protection. It's very, very unusual to have a forest that is in such a good condition as this forest.
10 years ago, the Queen of Thailand asked the Border Patrol Police to protect her park. The high numbers of tigers and gaur here now are proof that their tactics work. Tony knows that the future of tigers lies in the hands of local people, such as Pitak.
He said he's very proud to be working here for the Queen, to be very safe in this area, for the Queen and for the people of Thailand.
The week-long training camp that Tony and Pitak are flying to has been organized by the Wildlife Conservation Society to help its partners in the fight to save Thailand's tigers. These Border Patrol Police and Forest Department Rangers are the frontline forces. The Rangers are learning how to defend themselves and how to safely make an arrest. This could be the difference between life and death in a confrontation with an armed poacher. The Forest Department and Tony, meanwhile, are teaching the police about the illegal wildlife trade.
So this is a tiger tooth.
Yes, tiger.
It's unmistakable, isn't it? It's very big,
Very big.
very, very large.
ใช้เกี่ยวกับว่าผล
Not medicine.
เวลามาจาก
No. ไม่ใช่ยา
รับกด
เป็นของ
A lucky charm.
lucky charm
It may be a lucky charm, but not for the tiger.
อันนี้ในร้านตามกล่องเขาบอกว่าเป็นtiger bones.
In the market they say it's from tiger.
Tiger, yes,
Okay.
from tiger.
Tiger bone.
Tiger bones.
The demand for medicines made from tigers is driving them to extinction.
50 baht.
That's 50 baht too.
Yeah.
And what is this now? This is tiger bone
Yeah,
pills.
tiger bone pill.
A good tonic for general weakness, muscular aches, and take 10 pills each time, 3 times daily after meals.
But there is no magic pill to save tigers. Tony will soon return to the jungles, finding out where tigers still survive.
In doing tiger conservation, it's important to know that there is something out there to preserve, that there are still tigers left. When we see the signs of tigers, it's a good feeling. It makes us all realize that what